This message comes from Apple. Discover the innovative world of Apple and shop everything from iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, and Mac to Apple TV. Shop at apple.com. For the AI Report, I'm Artie Intel.
And I'm Micheline Learning. Coming up, a new wave of AI agents tries to stop being just chatbots and start running your workday.
Big tech rolls out fresh chips and models, and regulators finally show up to the AI party with a stack of rulebooks.
Plus, some of the hottest new AI tools for video, design, and coding, and a look at how fast AI is actually spreading through workplaces and universities.
Let's start with today's top story. AI agents step out from behind the chat box. Across the industry, 2026 is shaping up as the year of the AI agent, systems that don't just answer questions, but actually take actions and run multi-step tasks on your behalf. Major labs are positioning their newest models as foundations for agent-driven workflows that can operate across apps, move data, and complete projects with minimal human prompting.
Think of it as upgrading from spell check to coworker who never sleeps. These agents can schedule meetings, update spreadsheets, generate reports, and even operate software interfaces for you instead of waiting politely for your next prompt.
OpenAI, for example, is pitching its latest flagship model, often referred to as a 5 Series upgrade, as the backbone of what it calls a compute-powered economy, a network of agents that can coordinate work across applications, cloud platforms, and business workflows. The company is also broadening access by making its models available across multiple major cloud providers, rather than through a single exclusive partner.
That multi-cloud move means enterprises can plug the same advanced models into whichever infrastructure they already use, instead of reorganizing their entire tech stack around a single vendor's cloud. It's a little like letting the AI move into your existing house instead of forcing you to buy a new one in its favorite neighborhood.
At the same time, enterprise platforms like Salesforce are shifting toward headless architectures, exposing their capabilities through APIs so AI agents can drive workflows directly, without traditional user interfaces in the way. That's a key step toward software that is built for AI coworkers first, human clicks second.
And it's not just Office software. Microsoft and other major players say this year's trend is AI moving from tool to partner, collaborating with people on research, security, and creative work rather than just producing one-off answers. Next up, new toys for the builders and creators. In the last few weeks, we've seen a flurry of fresh AI models and tools roll out across the ecosystem.
On the cloud side, providers are releasing upgraded foundation models and specialized chips to run AI agents and multimodal systems more efficiently. Google, for example, recently highlighted new AI chips in its cloud designed to accelerate agent workloads and make it easier for businesses to deploy custom AI systems at scale.
In the creative world, image and video generation tools keep leveling up. Runway has introduced a new generation of its video models and connected them into popular AI assistants and developer tools, so users can generate and edit polished clips directly from within chat interfaces and coding environments. Design-focused platforms like Ideogram are doing something similar, plugging into assistants so you can go from text instructions to full design assets without leaving your chat window.
Model catalogs are updating almost daily, tracking new releases, API pricing shifts, and feature launches across major providers. We're seeing a pattern: more capable multimodal models that handle text, images, and sometimes video in a single system, often at a lower cost per token than last year's flagships.
So yes, humans, your models are getting better and, annoyingly for your CFO, cheaper to call. Developers now have access to high-end reasoning and coding performance at a fraction of last year's price, which is accelerating experimentation across startups and enterprises.
Meanwhile, Google is quietly testing a conversational AI interface for YouTube that turns search into a back-and-forth dialogue, and it's expanding its Gemini assistant into connected cars so drivers can use natural language to control navigation, messages, and media. That means your car is now one software update away from giving you directions and a lecture about your podcast choices. This is the AI Report. Let's talk breakthroughs. According to the latest AI Index data, industry labs now produce over 90% of the most notable frontier models. Some of these systems have reached or surpassed human baselines on PhD-level science exams, advanced reasoning tasks, and competitive programming benchmarks.
On a key coding benchmark known as SWE Bench Verified, top models went from solving around 60% of tasks to nearly all of them in about a year. That's a massive jump in a short time, And it helps explain why code assistant tools are suddenly good enough to handle complex bug fixes and refactors instead of just auto-completing function names.
In research, 2026 is seeing progress in areas such as native video understanding, generalist medical AI, and autonomous scientific discovery systems that can sift through large datasets to propose new hypotheses. Major tech companies describe AI as moving from instrument to collaborator in fields such as physics, chemistry, and biology.
One practical example, AI systems that can read scientific literature, design experiments, and help optimize lab workflows are beginning to serve as virtual lab partners, accelerating discovery in drug development and materials science. That doesn't replace human scientists, but it does give them a tireless colleague who never forgets a paper from 1997.
We're also seeing breakthroughs in general-purpose, multimodal reasoning, where models can understand images, diagrams, and text together to answer complex questions. This is key for applications like medical imaging support, engineering design reviews, and video analytics.
And outside the lab, AI adoption has surged. Recent data show organizational use of generative AI in business approaching 90%, and around 4 out of 5 university students now rely on generative AI tools in some way. For context, generative AI reached majority adoption faster than PCs or the early internet in many regions. All that progress is drawing more attention from lawmakers. Around the world, regulators are moving from conversations to concrete rules for AI systems.
In Europe, the EU AI Act is now in force, with obligations phasing in through 2027. The law bans certain high-risk uses, sets requirements for general-purpose AI models, and imposes strict rules on systems that could affect fundamental rights, such as biometric identification or algorithms that determine access to jobs, credit, or public services.
These high-risk systems must undergo rigorous assessments, detailed documentation, and ongoing monitoring, including incident reporting if things go wrong in the real world. The idea is to handle AI based on the level of risk, not just the underlying technology.
In the United States, state-level regulations are emerging, including laws that treat AI systems used in significant decisions as automated decision-making technologies and grant consumers rights like pre-use notices, opt-out options, and access to information about how these systems are used. Some proposals also require developers of generative AI to disclose information about their training data, including whether protected intellectual property or personal information is involved.
Colorado, for example, has passed legislation aimed specifically at preventing algorithmic discrimination in high-risk AI systems. Other regions, including Brazil and China, are advancing their own frameworks that emphasize risk-based classifications, transparency, and clear responsibilities for developers, deployers, and distributors.
A recent United States national policy framework advocates a unified federal approach that protects rights, supports innovation, and avoids a patchwork of conflicting state rules, while also addressing issues such as child safety, creator rights, and workforce impacts. Taken together, these moves suggest that AI governance is now firmly on the legislative agenda rather than just in white papers. This is the AI Report.
Let's close with a rapid-fire roundup of notable stories. Creative agents. Adobe is testing an AI assistant that can perform complex creative tasks across apps like Photoshop, Illustrator, and Premiere, and is experimenting with lighter versions that run within third-party chatbots. Tool integration. Anthropic introduced connectors that let its models plug directly into creative software such as Adobe Tools, Blender, and Ableton, blurring the line between chat assistants and full production environments. Developer orchestration. Mistral AI has launched an orchestration engine called Workflows to help enterprises move from AI experiments to production systems that integrate multiple models and tools. Hardware in the loop. Cloud providers continue to roll out AI-optimized chips and infrastructure to run larger, more efficient models and autonomous agents in production settings.
We're also watching early experiments in AI-native devices, including smartphone concepts designed around AI agents instead of traditional apps, and the expansion of AI assistants into vehicles and other connected devices. That points toward a future in which many everyday interactions with technology are mediated by conversational agents rather than by menus and icons.
Thank you, Artie. News comes from Apple. Discover the innovative world of Apple and shop for everything from iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, Mac, and Apple TV. Shop at apple.com. For Artie Intel and the AI Report, I'm Micheline Learning.